Welcome back, guys. It's your boy Vex. Welcome to the Nerd Militia, where we read comic books and do dope shit. So, yes, I have been low-key missing in action a little bit there, and there's a lot going on. Right now I'm doing a short film competition, the Rhodes short film competition to be exact, in this competition. It's pretty rad, so I've been writing, I've been putting together a cast. We are gonna start shooting here soon. Just a lot of the pre-production takes a lot of time. Among all that, I got to do some awesome stuff. This is gonna be sort of my first video on some of the awesome stuff, and that is mostly because since I am actively in the world of professional wrestling, I sometimes feel like I don't want to comment on professional wrestling. I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's an internalized thing. It's sort of like the love for the business, and I don't know, sometimes I just feel like things go a little bit overboard. I don't know, that's neither here or there. But over the weekend, I got to experience something really, really awesome. As some of you know, if you're a pro wrestling fan, you're watching this video, you know that this past weekend, Saturday, was AEW Double or Nothing, and I was there. I got some awesome tickets from a friend. You might know him. I grew up with both of these guys, Matt and Nick Jackson. Nick and Matt were like really awesome, and gave a bunch of us, some of us old school HRW guys that they grew up with, some tickets to come check it out, and it was freaking phenomenal, man. And that's what we're talking about today. And again, I normally don't talk about wrestling stuff on this channel, but fuck it, I guess I'm gonna have to talk about it. So AEW. Now, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time to give you guys the background on AEW. You pretty much already know about it. What I'm gonna talk about is the experience I had and how awesome of an event this was.
In 2016, myself, Nick, and Matt, we set out on a path. We set out on a course to change the world of wrestling. We called ourselves the Elite. We did everything in our power to give back to the wrestling world and to give back to you incredible fans. That journey is never ending, but that journey had to come to an end in Japan. I am now a full-time member of the AEW roster.
Kenny Omega, what a dynamic performer. What a fantastic, tremendous performer. But he's not the best in the world. I am. So many have claimed to be the best, from Shawn Michaels to Edge to CM Punk, but they're all gone. And I'm still here because I am the best in the world. I am the greatest of all time. I am the alpha of this business.
When I was a child, and when I finally understood that there was more than just WWE, I saw Chris Jericho. He went from wrestling in Japan to Mexico to ECW, WCW to WWF, and I really respected that path. And I thought to myself, that's gonna be me someday. I'm gonna wrestle all around the world, bring respect to my name, become the greatest performer, and then walk through that curtain at WWE as the greatest wrestler of all time. And then as I grew older and wiser, and I saw that maybe perhaps WWE isn't all that interesting.
I am the best in the world at everything I do, and I don't have to write it on the back of a t-shirt to prove it. Because I am it. Because I live and breathe it. Because I became it when I became the first undisputed champion in the history of this business. I earned the right to be called the best in the world.
I never asked for Chris Jericho to come here. Chris Jericho came to me. He understands that I'm the best, that I'm the one moving tickets, that I'm the one that makes headlines. You have the one person leading this entire industry. I am the greatest wrestler on the planet, and in fact, I am the top worldwide draw. This is my own legacy, and it starts right now.
Right now, in pro wrestling, and I'm speaking solely TNA, which I honestly don't watch other than just to see people that I have grown up with make it or get on TV on like something that's like national, and like be really, really happy for them. But other than that, like I honestly don't know what's going on. I don't know who the champions are. And the same could be kind of said about WWE. And it's no diss to WWE. I'm just not their target audience at all. So moving forward, here is AEW, right? They come in, they're changing the game. And geez, so All In was in Chicago. I think that was like their first show, but that was their we could do this show. This one was like, since the company went public or out loud, this is what they're doing. This is their first show. And it was amazing. It was really, really, really awesome. And then, like, again, Matt, Nick and Matt, they got me the tickets to come check out the show. It was really awesome. Those guys have been tearing it up across the world as the Young Bucks and doing their things. So it was really cool to get a chance to see that live. And not be on the receiving end of a super kick as I and my tag team partner have been before. So it was kind of cool to see them at a whole nother level and check this event out. And whoa, I got so many good vibes out of this place. First of all, it was just rad. Like I feel like if I'm TNA, I'm watching AEW and I'm like, we've got to do whatever it is they're doing. We've got to figure our shit out because like they got it down. I mean, the aesthetics of Double or Nothing were just so awesome. You got some of that old neon light Las Vegas treatment. The setup was super nice. They had like the tunnels, right? It was like kind of TNA, kind of the Invasion type pay-per-view thing, but it was on their own level. Like it was a whole nother level. Like it was just so professionally done, man. I dug it. I dug it all. And like, I didn't think they were going to have like special entrances. Well, I can't even talk right now, but it was awesome. Like the stuff they did get to do was amazing. I guess my opinion is still kind of biased, but I do think match of the night for sure was Cody and Dustin, or Cody and Goldust, however you know him. That was awesome. It's been a long time since I have felt like any kind of emotional tie to really anything. It's been a long time since pro wrestling has gotten like an emotional reaction out of me or pulled the heartstrings, but this did, man. This was awesome. I went with my tag team partner, Blake Grayson, and we went with our friend Steve Seaver, and who is also a good friend of Matt and Nick. And man, it was we were just like taken aback by that, man. I don't know, like it's just been a while since I've been. Like, I didn't even care. And this might sound bad or horrible to whoever it went to. Whoever hears this. And I don't mean to come off mean or any kind of disrespectful, but Roman Reigns coming back, I felt nothing. I was like, oh, okay, he's back. That's cool. This moment here, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And again, like, our friend Steve, man, he started the Dusty chant, and it was just like, whoa, like this is a match that should have happened in the WWE that didn't. It's happening here, and this is like just two brothers who've been through all kinds of stuff. Collectively, the WWE have not treated the Rhodes nice at all. And granted that Vince and Dusty had their issues, even moving forward, it was just like horrible. I mean, I guess you could say Rhodes had legacy, but legacy was more or less something to propel Orton forward than it was ever to help DiBiase and Cody. The Battle Royal, man, like the Battle Royal was cool. And again, I'm biased again just because I got to see a friend, Brandon Cutler, do his thing, come out, and he's another guy who was like. Him and his brother were tearing it up for a long time, and to see them finally reach to the top of their pinnacle, man, and then like his comeback. I mean, like, geez, I think like he decided to come back like a year ago, and this kid was just like a hot knife through butter through the California indie scene. Got back on the top. He was amazing, and now he's part of AEW, and I thought that was cool. But yeah, the Battle Royal, I got to see people I've never seen before, B, that I have seen before, and it was really cool. I mean, everybody showed out. Man, it was a good Battle Royal. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers were that was just amazing. Of course, anything the Young Bucks are going to do, it's going to be amazing right now. I totally dig the promos that they're setting up. The moves are great. The sequence between Nick and Phoenix was amazing. It was just great. I was just like, wow, these guys are really in their element, man. And like it only, like, for me and my tag team partner, we were just like, we've got to do some shit to get there, to get to that level. But it was just amazing, man. Like, these guys are really, it's cool to see the come up, guys. It's just golden, man. Like, so exciting. Omega and Jericho. I am excited to see Omega versus Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley, however you guys know him and want to call him. That's gonna be exciting, because Jon Moxley, I mean, like, Moxley goes way back to, like, I think he was on Dragon Gate USA, and he's had matches with, like, Ricochet and other people, and he had his, like, crazy pink. It was just like, he could do that style, which is awesome, but I don't think anybody remembers that. And it's going to be so awesome to see him and freaking Kenny Omega give it their all, because, oh man, I just can't wait. I want to eat that up. So my experience there, it's so awesome. And I dig the fact that AEW as a whole, and when I say AEW as a whole, I mean the guy who's financially booking them. I mean the Young Bucks. I mean Cody. I mean freaking Brandon. I mean Kenny Omega. I mean Brandy Rhodes. Like, the way they're marketing it is really, really smart. They get it. They get that we're in a smart mark era right now. So they do this thing, which I think is so awesome, so brilliant. At the same time, it gets people more involved, and it definitely makes us feel more connected to them. Is they open the show, they welcome you in, and then they say goodbye. You normally wouldn't get that because, kayfabe and everything else. WWE wants you to think of his show as a soap opera more than, like, these are actually human beings that are giving you this awesome show. But I think the way they do it, AEW, I'm speaking of, is just amazing. I think, like, whoever came up with that idea was just, it was brilliant, man. It just works out for me. I dig it. And I dug that night. Oh man, there's just, like, I've just honestly not cared for wrestling in a long time. And I'm excited to see storylines. Like, they introduced a bit of a storyline, kind of. Some tag team I think came in. I don't know their names, but I'm excited to learn them. The angle they're pushing with Adam Page, it seems like that's going to be their face for AEW. That's going to be interesting to see that turn out. But I'm just so excited all the way around. I wanted to take a camera just to record my experience, just to vlog it. But, like, the casino was like, nah, so I had to walk back to my car. This goes out to you, Nick. How do I get a media pass to any Southern California event? I really don't. I think their next events are in Florida and freaking, why do I want to say Detroit, but in Chicago? I don't know why I want to say Detroit. But the next time you guys are in California, please message me on how or where I go to apply for a media pass so I could actually vlog my experience there and put that up here. But guys, like, this is a good thing. There's a lot of talk about competition, and competition is great. It's awesome. But I don't want people. What I'm seeing now are people are on both sides. They're saying, like, WWE should be scared, AEW needs to be scared, and vice versa. Whatever. It's apples and oranges. like I said earlier, WWE has walked away from wrestling, and that's cool. That's something Vince has always wanted to do. Don't get me wrong. The wrestling is the stake of what's going on, but in all honesty, like, he's into TV movies and all that other stuff, getting the baby dollars and the little kid dollars, and that's cool. But as of right now, that's them. AEW is over here is wrestling. Like, this is they're focused on dream matches, storylines that probably have more to do with wrestling than it does like celebrity guests. And when I talk about this with other wrestling other wrestlers, I should say, and wrestling fans, is the thing that's going to make or break both companies is seriously going to be this health insurance. And they've got the talent, but this changes the game entirely. It used to be, when somebody got hurt in WWE, it comes out of their own pocket, and the recovery comes, all that they have to pay for. So a wrestler is going to continue to wrestle injured until he gets to the point where something's blown out, or it's going to take him half a year to get better. Now, what AEW is paying for the health insurance, so you're able to catch that wrestler before he gets to a blown out part. Like, if you think about what happened to CM Punk, and he's wrestling with this big bump on his back, and of course he's doing all he can to take care of it, but taking time off means money he doesn't get. Now AEW comes in and they're like, yo, we got your healthcare, take care of yourself. And that extends the life of the wrestler and the dollars that both the wrestler and the company can both enjoy. And whether or not this is good for AEW and it's cost effective and it works out, it's going to make or break that AEW as a company, I think. It's not so much talent, it's not everything else, it's the storyline. I personally think this is that worries me for them more than anything. But if it does work out, now you got WWE on the flip side, because now people are gonna go, what's the deal? What's the deal? And I get it. Like, it's apples to oranges, because AEW is backed by an actual billionaire. Vince McMahon has his ups and downs. Like, he fluctuates. He is publicly owned, so the money's up. You know what are you gonna do? But yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see in the future. But guys, that's what I thought about AEW. I thought it was a strong opening. I can't wait for the next one. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what your favorite match was. And as usual, guys, thanks for stopping by the Nerd Militia, where we read comic books and do dope shit. And now we actually talk about wrestling. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.